What? I just woke up from my week-long slumber. Whew! I think I slept in today. What about you, Sib? Hey, everybody! Welcome. Come on in. Seats in the backs. You got some in the front. I'm Jib. That's Sib.
I said that, Jib. It's Good Friday, and the only reason it's good is because it's a Sib Jib Friday.
Amen, brother.
And I guess there's other reasons.
Amen on this Good Friday, son. Welcome on down to Sib Jib. We've never listened to this much of the theme song.
Every time you take a drink of your cup, I get chills.
It tastes good. It's just Fanta Blue.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Seriously, chat. Look. Blue.
It's just Fanta Blue.
That's it. Welcome to Sib Jib. I'm Sib. No, I'm not. I'm Jib.
No, you're not.
This is the show where we gibberish back and forth about sibling gibberishes, where we pick a topic and we argue about 5 good things within it. Last week, we went over something I know a lot about and you knew next to nothing about. And this week, we're going to be doing almost that exact same thing. Because we're going to theme this episode. It's got vodka in it. He knows. He knows, and he says, I don't even know if he was here when we sent it.
What kind of vodka does it have in it?
Yeah, Colonel,
Be
if you can guess, I'll gift you a sub, even though you're already subbed. But, here's the catch. We're going to theme this episode because a monumentous movie just came out called Sonic the Hedgehog 2. In celebration of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Grey Goose? No, it's not Grey Goose. Guess again. But it's celebration.
You think this motherfucker can afford Grey Goose? Look at him.
What? What about my appearance? If anything, my appearance says I can buy a lot because I've got like.
I mean, you're shaved. You actually don't look bad today.
Yeah, I
you
do.
Shaved your face.
I look horrid. Anyway, we're gonna be doing a That's what I buy. Well, I can't buy that. But this is the episode of Top 5 Sonic Characters. I'm a giant Sonic fan. It was the best movie I'd ever seen. We went to see it together, actually. It was the best movie I'd ever seen.
Let's do a spoiler-free review.
Let's do a spoiler-free review to start off the episode.
Movie.
Instead of doing a recap of what we did this week, because let's be honest, it's probably the same thing we did last week.
You know we didn't do anything this week.
We just talked about One Piece. I need a hint. Is there just vodka? It's just vodka, and it's themed after something of a religious concept. Anyway.
And it's less than $10.
Amen, brother. Spoiler-free review. Okay? The little stuff out of the way first. Knuckles. In the first movie, Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik stole the show. Idris Elba as Knuckles stole the show this time around. Absolutely the best part of the movie.
Hilarious.
Best part of the movie.
He was badass and also hilarious. It was awesome.
He had such himbo energy, it wasn't even funny.
I was so skeptical too, and I didn't know how he would do, and he did really well.
It was super good. Like I had so much fun watching it. Eggman was still just as good as he was, but that's the thing. That's the thing about my opinion of these movies. I feel like the first one was a movie with Sonic in it, and this one was an actual Sonic movie. The first one was great. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. But this was an actual Sonic movie, and the first movie feels like it existed to set up for what they actually wanted to do in this movie.
Also, Tails and Sonic's bromance is the absolute best thing in the entire world.
It is.
They are fucking precious.
It's adorable, isn't it? They're buddies.
So adorable.
They're
Everything
buddies.
about it is so cute.
He's obsessed with Sonic. That's his hero. It's awesome. In the older comics and in like the early shows, like the Saturday morning cartoon of Sonic back in the 90s, Sonic was like portrayed as this teenager, really cool guy. He was voiced by Jaleel White, the Did I Do That? The Family Matters guy, Steve Urkel.
You told me that.
Yeah. And Tails is portrayed as like an actual like maybe like a 5-year-old, like a baby. And he was just obsessed with Sonic. Like he was just the coolest thing ever. And I got big vibes from that in this movie. It was really good.
It was very sweet. But Tails also wasn't useless.
No, not at all. Tails was super duper duper useful. Double cross.
I know.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get the reveal of this out of the way. It is Heaven Hill, if you've ever heard of that.
It's the reason I got fired from my job in college.
Oh, Sonic would be proud.
That and
Ah.
Tequila Rose.
God
Terrible.
bless them. But the best. Okay, so I'm gonna say something controversial. It is very cheap.
You never.
The moment where the music picked up and it showed all three of them stand next to each other, bigger than the moment all three Spider-Men stood next to each other. More goosebumps.
It was very Avengers-esque.
More goosebumps, and it was instantly followed up by something funny. Like,
Yeah.
it was amazing. And
That's what I loved about that movie. When you got into where you were like, this is really cool, immediately something stupid would happen.
Yeah, it was very One Piece. Very, very One Piece in nature. It was awesome.
It was very good. I laughed the whole time.
Massive spoiler warning. You can ask her.
No, you can't. You can't do spoilers. It's a spoiler-free review.
Okay.
I will. Spoiler-free review. Gib cried.
I did cry. I cried. Was it reveal day of your subathon? Not yet. Not yet. But I actually cried. I actually cried. It was the best thing I'd ever seen. And in light and celebration of that, our top 5 Sonic characters. Without ado. So, I have been a massive fan of Sonic my entire life. He has been, from the time I was a kid to now, my hyperfixation, my obsession. Nowadays, I've also picked up Final Fantasy and One Piece, but Sonic has been the consistent from the time I left the womb to now. Fun fact.
Fun fact. When we were little, and I'm talking like I was probably 5 or 6, so Jib was like 3 or 4. We used to play. I would make him play like baby dolls with me, and he would play his Sonic doll with my baby dolls.
I do remember that.
And that was when you were like 3 or 4. Remember? That was her boyfriend.
That was like the first Sib Gib episode. That was the birth
that
of
was
Sib Gib
the
content.
first Sib Gib episode.
That was the first Sib Gib episode. I'd forgotten all about that. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That was so cool. But yeah, Sonic.
We were little.
We were little. Sonic and I are homies. All right, so let's start this list off with our 5th on our list, okay? Now, your list I'm very interested in. I don't even know if you know 5 Sonic characters.
I knew more than 5 because I know my number 6.
Oh, okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, reveal. Cream. Aw.
I love Cream.
Go ahead and talk about Cream a little bit.
You can talk about. You want me to talk about Cream? I just think she is precious. Spoiler alert for my list. Who is not going to be on it is Amy because I really can't stand Amy.
You don't know Amy well enough, then.
Anyway, I was so excited when I played. First of all, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is my favorite Sonic game, and in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, if you watched our episode about video game worlds, she has a little kindergarten, and she has a chow with her, and she's adorable. And it was nice to have a female Sonic character that I could stand.
What is her chow's name?
I don't know. Isn't it just Chow?
No.
Do you know its name?
It's a pun with her name.
Cream?
So
is it Sugar?
If her name is Cream, what would her chow's name be? What goes with Cream?
Sugar.
Think about a two-worded thing that people eat. Cream what?
Cream corn.
Jalapeno poppers.
Cream cheese?
Cream cheese. Her chow's name is Cheese.
Well, now I want to make her number 4 because that's so cute.
Cream cheese. Yeah.
I wish I would have made her 4. I didn't know
pie.
that.
Pie. Colonel guessed pie. Cream pie.
But I still like
Your number 4 better?
Honestly, no, I think I should have picked Cream as 4. But she's just adorable and I love her. And I have a soft spot for cute characters. and I just want to hold her.
Well, especially that's becoming more relevant to me here, especially recently. I didn't know you liked the cutesy characters so much until like recently.
Until One Piece.
Until One Piece, when you're like Chopper, I would die for him. I was like,
I would die for
thought
Chopper.
you would find Chopper annoying, and then Tails showed up on the movie screen, and you went, oh, and I was like, who are you? And now you're like, I would die for Cream.
I've always loved the cutesy characters, as long as they're not over the top. Like if they're trying too hard to be cute.
Colonel said that's how I feel about soloists.
Why did all of your followers love you so much?
I love them. They're my homies. Homies love homies. Here's what we do right here. Some big old hugs. What we do. I like Cream. Cream is a good pick. I think that's cool.
I thought you would say what the fuck when I chose Cream.
No, I think it's a good pick.
Wish it would be number 4. Wish it would have been number 4, but I'm gonna stick with my list.
Was not my number 5 until the movie came out. And that is my favorite iteration of Knuckles ever. It is the perfect balance between really cool and really stupid. That makes him funny and not just like he's on screen, he's cool all the time. Oh, we need a funny moment, don't put Knuckles in it. Like Sonic X is like, no, don't put Knuckles in the funny stuff. Don't even hardly put Sonic in the funny stuff. It's just because Sonic was stoic in Sonic X, which doesn't make much sense for him at all. But Knuckles in the movie was perfect, and they didn't downplay how strong he was. I loved the gag when he kept shaking people's hands and just crushing their hands.
And just shattering their hands, yeah.
And at the end with the baseball scene, and he drops the bat and he goes, power bump. He just punches the shit out of it.
He jumps into their truck and says, my victory chariot.
My victory chariot. Oh, it's so good. It is the perfect balance. See, like, Sonic Boom Knuckles is really funny, but he's 100% just stupid.
What is Sonic Boom?
Sonic Boom is the newest Sonic show. Not the one coming out, but the one that was on Cartoon Network for 2 seasons. Based off the video game that was like the worst Sonic game ever made. They all have new designs, and
I've never heard of it.
Knuckles looks like a freak in it. They made him really tall and like super upper body heavy. So he's like super buff. He looks scary. He looks awful.
I hate that.
But he's really funny in the show because they go like, Sonic has a line where he goes, yeah, Speed's my middle name, and Knuckles just goes, I thought your middle name was the. It's like, it's so stupid.
So also, this is kind of about the movie too. In the games, is Knuckles supposed to be fast too?
Yeah, they're all 3 fast. Well, yeah, they're all 3 fast, because in the original one, Sonic's always the fastest, but they all moved at similar fast speeds.
Okay.
Yeah,
I saw that and was like, I didn't know if that was a thing.
Some of the games have them a little slower than Sonic, but canonically, I think they are fast as well. Tails seemed a little too fast in the movie, but I was fine with it, and Tails was awesome. He was badass.
You leave my baby alone.
Tails is cracked, man. All right, but number 4. Ready? 3, 2. Okay, my number 4 is the funniest Sonic character in the series. Games, comics, shows, movies. Guess who it is?
The funniest?
The funniest.
I genuinely have no idea. Oh, I could have guessed that.
I think you could have guessed that. So you've got Knuckles in at 4. Okay,
yeah.
I'll talk a little bit about Eggman first, since we just talked about Knuckles. Give it a little bit more, less awkward of pacing. Eggman. Okay, so back when Sonic, I think Colors is when it happened. When Sonic Colors came out,
I forgot about that game.
Oh, it's good. And they just re-released it, so it's on current consoles now. They recast everybody. Everybody's voice actors got recast. There was one exception, and that was Eggman. Mike Pollock is his name, and he is the most sacred human being on the planet. His Twitter is so wholesome. He is just a wholesome person, and he loves Eggman. He is so funny. Eggman is so... Even in bad Sonic games, you cannot say Eggman is bad. Even if the story's a little cheesy and corny, Eggman still is great. Like, Eggman is always there. He's always funny. There's a scene at the end of Sonic Generations, which is all about, like, the past meshing with the present and stuff. At the end of the game, current Eggman teams up with classic Eggman. So you have the taller, still fat, rounder Eggman, and then the short, completely round, plump Eggman. And at the end, the post-credit scene is them stuck in the nebulous void of time, just bantering. And it is so funny. And he's like, so do we... The classic Eggman goes, do we ever win? And he goes, what do you mean by win? Do we ever destroy Sonic? And he goes, if you mean that, then no. It's so funny. I just love him.
Maybe I'm not exposed to as much, like, outside of the current Sonic movies Eggman. Because I love Jim Carrey as Eggman, but I never remember liking Eggman or thinking he was that funny.
You're kidding. Jim Carrey is...
You played... No, that's what I'm saying, other than Jim Carrey.
The Jim Carrey Eggman's probably my favorite. I hadn't even gotten to him yet.
No. I'm saying that the Jim Carrey Eggman is the only time I've ever been like, I like Eggman. But again, you've played more games than I have, but...
Oh, yeah.
Eggman did not make my list.
Jim Carrey, it was the perfect Eggman cast. I don't think they could have picked a better person. It was.
I know. I was disappointed at first when he wasn't fat, but
it worked.
He didn't need to be fat.
I think if they had made him fat, it would have looked corny, and it would have looked more like nothing against homemade movies at all, because I think it's really creative and cool, but it would have not fit in with like the high budget CGI of everything else. I think it would have looked. It would have looked like Jim is my favorite actor. Jim Carrey is seriously one of my favorite actors. He's not in it. I've never seen a bad Jim Carrey movie. Yeah.
No, I've liked everything he's been in.
It's great. I thought he did fantastic. So you talk about why you like Knuckles, and I know this is entirely a movie pick.
This is entirely a movie thing, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like Knuckles that much. And I'm gonna compare him to another one of my favorite fandoms that you're not really a part of, but the Dragon Ball Z fandom, because everyone knows there's a fuck ton of parallels.
Oh yeah,
between Sonic and Dragon Ball. That's just obvious. But when I watched Dragon Ball Z, I didn't like Vegeta, like in Z, because he was very much the stoic badass, like was all the same all the time. And then when I got to Super, he became part of the comic relief and like had more of a personality and made it much more likable and made him like skyrocket to one of my favorites. And I feel like the Sonic movie kind of did that for Knuckles.
Yeah.
Because I never really thought much of Knuckles because I just found him boring. Like he was very one-dimensional and I didn't understand him very well. And then I watched the movie, and he was my favorite character in the movie.
He was mine too. Oh man, he was so good.
He was hilarious, and like I understood his motives. His motives made sense. You know what I mean? He wasn't just angry and mad to be the angry mad character. Like his motives made sense. He was funny. He was likable, and his redemption was all like very realistic, I guess.
Colonel just highlighted his message to say Knuckles is low-key sad boy. I don't understand why. But I think you're entirely right. The movie did Knuckles so much justice.
Because Knuckles would not have been on my list before.
I love the part whenever the hologram's there and he punches the hologram table and goes, "Tiny magic hedgehog destroyed." And he's the funny thing is his funniness most of the time is entirely due to just sheer ignorance. Like he's not even trying to be funny. He's just ignorant to how things. He's not stupid, but he's just ignorant to how things work, which is.
Well, it's like the brain versus brawn thing. Like he has all of the brawn, and it's not like just like slapstick humor. He just doesn't understand, and it's funny to people who do understand.
Yeah.
Like when they're playing baseball, and he's like, "What is the point of the game if my end point is the same as my beginning point?" Like it's just shit like that. It's just
so good.
And like the delivery, like Idris Elba really did a kick-ass job.
Yeah,
like, the delivery and everything was just.
A lot of people were really like contemplating that role.
Well, I mean, I was skeptical of it,
but
when I heard
I didn't know
it.
who Idris Elba was before we started because I'm awful with actors. So I was like, yeah, whatever, that's kind of cool. But hey, if that is his first funny role, he probably needs to be doing more funny roles.
I think he does. Like, I think all of his roles have a little bit of comedy relief in it.
It was
But I haven't
fantastic.
watched many of his movies, but I've seen him and stuff.
It was fantastic. So good. Okay. My
How
number.
too many Channy points. What does that even
Oh,
mean?
channel points. Colonel had too many. I would save those channel points.
That's not how you spell channel, Colonel.
Chanley.
Get you a dictionary, my guy.
Leave him alone.
Chanley.
Leave my golden boy alone. We'll have.
He only used one N too.
We'll have some incentives. We'll have some I know. We'll have some incentives later, so save those. My number 3, you probably actually is really random. You might not get it. You might not know what it is.
It is Espio.
How the hell did you know that?
I almost said Echo because I couldn't remember their name.
All right, who's your number 3? Hey, that's a terrible drawing.
Terrible drawing.
That is
He looks
awful.
like a fish.
That is
He looks
awful.
like a fish.
Oh my god.
You
wow.
talk about Espio. I know nothing about him, so tell me about him.
So here's the thing. Espio is not very fleshed out. But ever since... Here's how I judge...
How many games is he in?
He originated... He's on Team Chaotix, right? Team Chaotix is that detective team. It's got him, Charmy Bee, and Vector the Alligator. Do you remember them?
I forgot about that, but yes.
Yeah, they're the trio. And there's also a fourth one, Forgotten Time, named Mighty the Armadillo. But he just made his comeback, like, recently.
Mighty the Armadillo.
So he originated in a game on the 32X, which is an add-on for the Sega Genesis, called Knuckles Chaotix. I like to spell wrong to bothered by it, but and I think you Ari. The spelling never bothers me, Colonel. Because I always either assume people are either just idiots or they just do it because they're lazy and they want to just spell wrong, and I clump you into that second category. So I don't think you're an idiot. That's why
I just think you're dumb, Colonel.
But he originated Knuckles Chaotix, which was where all the Chaotix members were introduced to the games, and it was a game of Knuckles. Sonic wasn't in it. It was Knuckles and them. His first big role was in Sonic Heroes, though. You remember that game?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. He was in a game that I know, but I couldn't remember what it was.
His team was him, Vector, and Charmy Bee, and he was the speed character.
Yeah.
And he is a chameleon that is also a ninja, which is the perfect animal because he can use the obvious chameleon thing, just blend in and be an invisible ninja.
He's a chameleon?
He's a chameleon. Espio the chameleon.
Isn't he a silver thing?
That's silver.
Continue.
That's silver. I'm not dumb. I'm just a little slow. Aren't we all, though? But Espio, here's how I judge my list. My top 3 Sonic characters have never changed ever since I first got into them.
The only reason I know who Espio is because you mentioned it before.
My top 3 Sonic characters are judged by if I've ever at any point in my life wanted a standalone Sonic game just about that character. And my number 1, probably most wanted game ever, which is why I say number 1 because it'll never happen, is a game all about Chaotix, mainly about Espio. Because Espio's fast, he's a ninja, and he throws shurikens, he can go invisible, he's cool, but the thing that holds him back is the fact that he's not fleshed out as much. Comics he may be, but I've not read the old Archie comics. Fun fact, I just started reading.
Are shurikens ninja stars?
Yes.
Okay. I was hung up on that the entire time.
Fun fact, I did start reading the new rebooted of the Sonic comics by IDW today. I started reading those today because I was like, Sonic, heck yeah.
Sonic.
But Espio's awesome. There's not much more to say. He's just always stuck with me because he has a really cool design. And he's got a really deep, awesome ninja voice. He's cool. Okay. You talk about my boy.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have much to say.
Then why is he number 3?
Sonic's one of those characters that I can't tell you why I like him. I literally can't. There's just something about him makes me smile.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because I've lived with you. I lived with you for 18 years, but there's something about just like I get excited when Sonic games come out, even though I don't play them, because I'm like, look at the boy. Look at the boy. I feel
He's
like
going.
I almost wonder if I associate him with you so much that I feel like a sibling relationship with him.
I feel like you have to. Almost.
Even though I don't support him directly, when Sonic succeeds, I'm like,
good,
go boy,
good. I feel like you almost have to
boy.
because it's so a part of my identity. Like literally, I tuned in to one of my college buddies who's also a streamer. I tuned into one of his streams one time, and he was playing a game called Yakuza. I was like, hey man, I've always wanted to play this game. He goes, dude, why haven't you? It's made by the people who made Sonic. You'd love it. Like, everyone just associates me with that.
Because it's literally, I think that was the first thing you ever liked.
Yeah, it was.
I can't remember a time before you liked Sonic. I really can't.
It was the first thing I ever hyper-fixated on. And ever since then, listen, I understand the quality of the games are shoddy, people. There's not a single Sonic game I don't like. Even the bad ones. I will play them with a smile on my face. I love them all. I do not care. I love Sonic. And the thing that really helps with you, I think, is the Ben Schwartz Sonic.
I loved Ben Schwartz Sonic.
Mine was boobies. I love Colonel. My first hyperfixation was boobies.
That was fun.
This episode's practically just guest starring Colonel. I love it.
You might as well have joined on camera.
I know it.
But yeah, Ben Schwartz's Sonic is amazing. But I liked Sonic X too, and I've liked every Sonic game I have played. Like, I just feel like he's a nice, light-hearted main character that doesn't take himself too seriously and doesn't, like, put the weight of the world on his shoulders, but is still more of a personality than, like, Mario.
Oh God, Mario has no personality.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, he's a nice, like, lighthearted main character, but he's still fleshed out.
Absolutely. And it's really a good parallel to see, like, my 3 favorite main characters ever all are pretty much the same thing.
That was good. I was literally just about to compare him to Luffy.
Yeah.
Literally was about to come out of my mouth.
Like, Luffy, Sonic, Zidane. They are the same person, basically. They love their friends.
They're goofy, but they still inspire greatness.
Exactly. I'm a very simple person with my trends and tribulations.
You should watch Haikyuu. It's all about idiots inspiring greatness.
Haikyuu popped up. I almost read Haikyuu today.
That would be a weird one to read.
Bored at work, and it popped up on my recommended, and I was like,
oh my God, if you got into Haikyuu, I think my whole life would be made.
If it was easy to watch.
It's the easiest thing in the world to watch. When you come up, we'll watch it.
It's not on anything.
I have the DVDs now.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the first season. Side note, I spent $160 on 3 seasons of Haikyuu.
That's amazing. I respect that. Okay.
I have adult money, and I like what I like.
I have adult money. I almost bought a PS5 today because I have adult money. We are now.
You don't have I thought you had one.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you have an Xbox.
I have an Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox Series X.
There's a new one?
Yeah. Oh my God. Ignorant. This is the part of the list where you know definitely who my number 1 and 2 are. And I
think we have the same number 2.
I have no idea. If we have the same number 2, I have no idea who your number 1 is. It's
Wait a minute then.
Huh? Oh wait, yeah, dude.
My
yeah,
number
dude.
2.
Yeah, dude. I forgot. Okay, you ready? You reveal your my paycheck is gonna be as soon as I. Heck yeah! All right, you go ahead and show your number 2. I think I know it. If it's gonna be the same, we got to do it one. Is it Shadow? Yeah.
Do you like that I drew the same picture of Sonic, but
you colored it in? Yeah, it was very creative. That was very creative. I like that. Shadow is everything that Sonic isn't, which complements Sonic a lot. He's the polar opposite. He is the yin to his yang. He's angsty as heck.
He's just cool as shit.
He's cool as shit.
He is cool as shit.
He is drenched in mystery and angst. And you literally look at him, and it's like, the longer you look at him, the more faintly MCR starts playing in your head. Like,
when I was
he
a
is
young boy.
actually one of the coolest characters in fiction. A lot of people think he's cringy, but I say screw you. Shadow the Hedgehog is awesome.
You know what's funny? How we were just talking about how much I love the cute, adorable characters?
Yes.
My favorites are one of two things. It is either the cute, adorable sunshine I must protect, or it is the badass fucking stoic, like just cool ass character. And you will see that in my 1 and 2. But
Absolutely, you sure will. Which is actually really cool.
Whenever we would play any Sonic game where we had to pick a character, I always played a Shadow. I love Shadow.
Yeah.
I just think he's so cool, but not like, I don't know. He's just different than Knuckles. Knuckles was just like an asshole, I feel like.
Well, see, here's the
Shadow's
thing.
just like quiet and mysterious.
Here's the thing. Knuckles is just angry and has a hard time holding it in, but he's friends with Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow more so just has a mutual respect for Sonic, but is the like definition of the anti-hero. He's not the first one, but he is an anti-hero. Yeah. Like, he mostly is in it for himself, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like anti-heroes though. Like, I think they're a very interesting concept, because for most of Dragon Ball, that's what Vegeta is. Well, really, in Z, Vegeta's just an asshole. He literally doesn't contribute to anything. He's just an asshole. But more and more, he becomes kind of like an anti-hero.
Yeah, but
I think anti-heroes are cool. Like, they're just different. They give a different take on, like, I don't know, on what it means to be a hero.
The thing I like the most about Shadow is that they could have done the Luigi approach and literally just made him a Black Sonic, but he has enough, like, his middle quills go in the opposite direction to give him that, like, the silhouette theory. So the silhouette theory is, like, if you're designing a character, you need to design the character to be recognizable if you're just looking at a silhouette of him. So, like, if you look at, if you see Luffy and make him a silhouette, you'll recognize it's Luffy by the straw hat. If you see a silhouette of Sonic, you recognize Sonic by his quills. You recognize Shadow because one of the quills go in a different direction. So, they do that, and it gives him enough stuff to stand out from Sonic, and he runs different. That's the thing. He's got those, like, hover shoes, so he doesn't really, like, run. He kind of, like, air skates.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Is so cool. And, he's got so many things that complement Sonic. He has almost the same moveset with a few, like, different chaos powers, obviously. I mean, he's Vegeta. He's Dragon Ball Z Vegeta. That's what he's inspired by.
I just love.
And he's got.
I just think Shadow's so.
He's got such a sad backstory. Do you know the actual story of Shadow, like through his game and everything?
You told me after the movie, didn't you?
No.
About him being created in the lab.
Yeah, so he's created in the lab by Gerald Robotnik, Dr. Robotnik's grandfather, also Maria's grandfather. So Shadow was created, I think, for the purpose to protect Maria, and the first memory he has is of Maria getting shot in front of his eyes, because she was the government broke in to find the Robotniks, find Gerald, and like shut it down because he was doing it up behind their back, I think. And they shot Maria because she was trying to seal away Shadow, which she did, and as he was getting sealed away, she got shot right in front of him and died. So he gets woken up.
Well, that is traumatizing.
He gets woken up in Sonic Adventure 2 by Eggman, and he's like, Sonic? It's like, I'm not Maria. And he's like coming out, and he's like all angsty and sad about Maria. His memory's fuzzy, though, so he doesn't remember what happens. At the end of Sonic Adventure 2, he's full, all of his memories are back. He ends up sacrificing himself to save the world. And Shadow dies. But he comes back in Sonic Heroes, and at the end of Sonic Heroes, at the end of his story, you find a room full of shadows in a pod. And then he's like, wait a minute, I'm just an android. So you're like, the real Shadow's dead. Then they made Shadow the Hedgehog. And not a lot of people know the conclusion to this story because this game sucks really bad. And they didn't play it. But Shadow the Hedgehog's whole arc is finding out. You get multiple endings. One ending is you actually find out that this is the real Shadow, not just an android. And another ending is you find out is where he's like, I don't know if I'm an android or not, but screw it, I am who I am. And he like has a gun and he shoots a demon, and it's really weird. But this big thing gets into Sonic Heroes.
Of Sonic?
Yeah.
Is that the one where he turns into a werewolf?
No, that's Sonic Unleashed, and that is one of the greatest video games ever made.
That's weird.
That is the best Sonic game ever. And it is awesome. And Shadow is not in that game. But
you don't have chows in Sonic Unleashed. So it can't be the greatest Sonic game ever.
Whatever. But that's the whole
I
story.
cannot believe Cream's child's name is Cheese.
Yeah, cream
that
and
makes
cheese.
me so happy.
Cream and cheese, and I'm pretty sure she has another child named Chocolat or something.
I love that so much.
And what's her mom's
Continue,
name?
I'm sorry.
She has a mom.
Does she?
And she's just like a taller Cream.
Does she love her mom?
Oh, they love each other. They're very dearly close. And she's just like a taller Cream with like a blue dress on, and she'll only like holding a basket.
I lied.
Of flowers.
Cream is number one.
Cream is number one. But yeah, that is basically Story of Shadow. And then after that, Sonic games got lazy with writing, and they quit writing cool stories.
Are we gonna plug now?
Yep, go on.
I'm not plugging myself because I don't do anything on the internet anymore.
Yeah, you do.
But
what are you talking about?
Not really. Not really. When was the last time you saw me tweet? I mostly just retweet things about being sad. No one wants to see that. Follow us on everything at Sib and Gib Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok now. We're on TikTok. However, we only have the one. No, we have two. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Sib and Gib Podcast.
Yeah, so follow all of that. Sorry, I'm busy. Something.
Are you drawing a picture?
No.
Damn it.
So what you should do is follow me on Soloist on everything. Soloist TV. I got recognized the other day.
From where?
By someone we know. They went, "Is that Soloist TV?" And I was like, "You know I stream?"
Who?
Corbin.
Oh. He follows our Instagram too.
That must be how. Are you listening to Sib Jib? Expose yourself. Anyway. Express yourself. But yeah, like.
Also, our Spanish teacher from high school follows our Instagram, which is weird.
Cheers to that. Don't tell my mom. But actually, who cares? Yeah, follow me on those things.
Mom watches too.
Honorable mentions. Mine
Big
is
the Cat.
Big is funny.
My number 6 was Big the Cat.
Big is funny. Big is a funny
and now
guy.
7. I think 7's probably Eggman. 8 is the grandpa from Sonic X.
Oh, do you remember the maid from Sonic X?
I do remember the maid.
She was funny.
I like Sonic X.
My number 6 is Tails. My number 7 is probably Big. Then it's just a bunch of Sonic Adventure characters in Sonic Adventure 2. Like, then you got Gamma. Then you've got just so many. I just love
what is
Sonic.
The pink one? Is that Espio?
Espio's the pink. Yeah, he's the purple pink chameleon.
Oh,
yeah, he's a cool guy. All right.
I got him now.
Our number one rule is going to be Epic. Because these two would never fight.
No, they love each other.
And our poll is going to be very...
Oh, I didn't do a poll last week.
Oh, good. Because I have the same answer 2 weeks in a row!
You did a picture!
Look at that.
That's actually not a bad picture.
It's
not as good as mine was, but it ain't bad.
number one, the sound of rings make. Number 1 is the sound rings make. Ding, 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 ding.
That is very satisfying. I love that noise.
Very satisfying. I don't have much to say. I mean, other than what I've already said. Sonic he almost feels like family. I love him. I admire him. I look up to him. I think about him every day.
You're such a
I love Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic is my favorite character in all fiction. Everything. I like him better than Luffy. I like him better than everybody. Is he better written than Luffy? No. Do I love him dearly more than most people alive? Yes. Sonic will always be more than Sib.
Do you love Sonic more than me?
It's very close.
That's not true.
He's very close. But he's my favorite. It's just I have never if you can play as Sonic in something multiplayer, I have most hours logged as Sonic. Like these Sonic tennis games, racing games, it doesn't matter if there's other characters in it. It really doesn't matter at all. I'm a sap, dude. And no, internet, I'm not a furry.
He's just a simp.
I'm just a
He's
simp.
a Sonic simp.
I'm a Sonic simp. Ooh,
What is the name
Sonic.
of that guy? What is the name of that guy we watch the Persona stream of? It's even worse.
Oh,
He's a Sonic fan.
I think he's like Joseph Anderson or something.
Anderson, yeah.
Yeah, it's even worse. He's a Sonic fan, which I'll be honest, Sonic fans do kind of suck, but I'm one of them. I can't lie.
I mean, most My Hero Academia fans suck.
I think
I'm still a proud member.
Most Mega fans suck.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, but what do you like about
Tails? Not make your list.
Tails was on my list until Movie Knuckles came out.
Okay, Movie Tails
I'm a booby
is better
simp.
than Movie Knuckles.
I'm a boobies. No, I gotta disagree. Movie Tails was identical to every Tails.
Which is adorable and perfect.
Movie Knuckles caught me off guard. I really didn't expect it to be that good.
You cannot look at Tails and not just want to put him in your pocket and take care of him.
I love Tails. Hey, listen, I love Tails. Me being number 6 on my Sonic list is not a small thing. But listen.
He's so cute.
He's adorable. That part of the movie when he's like, so can we be pals? He's like, yeah, and he just gives him a hug.
Gives him a hug.
I heard you go, oh! I heard you like cry. I was like,
it hurt my heart. And he's like, does this mean we're pals? And then he hugs him, and I was like, you might as well have shot me. It felt
the scene where
it made me feel something.
The scene where his tails popped out and while they were sleeping. And then
he covered him.
That adorable scene was instantly followed up with Sonic waking up in the middle of the night to that old lady cuddling him. Tails.
But Sonic covered Tails with a blanket, and then Tails covered Sonic with his tail.
It was great. Tails is a good boy. Tails is a good boy.
And he has the most pure heart, the most innocent motivation. He's just adorable. I love him.
He's a mega fan. Like, he is a wholesome mega fan. That's what he is.
I relate to that. Relate to that.
It's like, there's a character in One Piece that the guy wrote to be an embodiment of the fan base, and you'll meet him way later on. But when he gets introduced, it's like, he's this asshole no one likes, and then he runs into Luffy, and the helm of his ship is Luffy. His whole ship is themed after the Straw Hats because he's obsessed with them. And he's just like running around. He's like, Luffy senpai! And then he runs into Zoro and goes, oh, that's Zoro, the vice captain of the Straw Hats. And he's just like obnoxiously, everyone loves him. He's hilarious. He's obnoxiously obsessed with every single one of the Straw Hats. And Tails is like that, but on a lot more wholesome of a scale. A lot less, give me your autograph, let me like smell you, and a lot more, I thought you were cool, and I want to be your friend and learn from you.
And I liked that, and this is specific to the movie, but I don't feel like Sonic spent a lot of like saving Tails. I think Tails saved Sonic more than Sonic saved him.
Yeah, that's how it makes sense to turn out. I mean, one can fly.
Then, like, his little inventions came in clutch a lot.
Yeah,
and
he's a smart little guy. Canonically, according to Sonic lore and Wikipedia, Tails' IQ is 300.
Is that even possible?
So is Eggman's. Both of their IQs are 300. Well, he is a fox that talks with 2 tails. My name's Tails, but you can't guess why. I'm guessing it's the extra tail. Leave it to Sonic to get that. It's so freaking cute.
He's just so cute. I love him
He's
so
great.
much.
He's great. I love Tails, and there is no sidekick that better compliments their hero than Tails.
Yeah.
There's not one. He's the best sidekick ever, and then Sonic is just the best character and best thing ever. This was a very easy list. I love one of our longest episodes in a while, but I just adore getting to talk about Sonic. Like, I haven't gotten to do it a lot here lately, and I really appreciate every opportunity I've been getting here lately to do it.
If you haven't watched the Sonic movie, and this didn't convince you to watch it, I don't know what else to do.
Do it.
Because all we did was gush about it.
It was so good. It's my favorite movie I've ever seen. And it probably will always be, unless Sonic 3 ends up being better. Which I doubt
and
it.
according to Based on the post-credit scene, I think it's gonna be better.
It's gonna be amazing. That's for freaking sure. That's for freaking sure. The post credit scene. Oh my god, guys, I want to talk about it, but she won't let me. You just got to go see it. You've got to go see it. I literally, I want to watch the second one. You've got to go like right now, Colonel.
Right now.
You've got to go like right now. Go to the 9
You
o'clock
ain't got
show.
plans.
You ain't go now.
You ain't got plans.
Haven't
Next
yet.
week will be the stream before my birthday.
Well, how about that?
Well, maybe we'll talk about a topic I know a lot about.
Top 5 Shenggong Woo.
Well,
That's super duper duper.
that's super niche.
That's super
That's very
niche.
niche.
That you're broke? I can't allow that to happen. Oh god. No way.
Stop spending so much money at the titty bar.
I'll
so
find
you
a
can go see
pirate.
The Sonic movie.
I'll take it. It's making enough money. I'll take it. See the movie. Stop spending your money at the titty bar. Go see it. It's my favorite movie ever. I want to go see it again. It is so good. Anyway, I think we should wrap it up before I talk for another 15 minutes about Sonic. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have anything else to add here, Sib?
I don't, Jib.
Well, guess what then?
What's that?
Well, it's that time again. I tell you what, you'll put that thing on there. Yeah. I'll tell you what now, everybody. Listen here. I'm Jib, that's Sib.
Episode that's Jib.
This has been Sib Jib on Sonic the Hedgehog. And in the next episode of Jib, we'll talk again.
Alright.
Alright, everybody.
See you next week.
Peace.